Hey y'all, it's Lucca. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be building a base game only family home once again. We are on a 20 by 15 lot here in Oasis Springs, and let's just get started. There's no need to haul around, as we say. I do have a floor plan that I have referenced as well as kind of mocked up in The Sims itself, but I will either leave a link in the description or show it on screen right now. Essentially, it's just a little home. Nothing really special about it. I just kind of had the idea that this was probably a house that is kind of like maybe from like the 50s, give or take, kind of a mid-century-ish modern built house. So I've got the main living room here. We have a bathroom here, and then we have a small bedroom here, and then a bedroom here as well. However, I kind of want to like extend it out one more tile, just like that. And then right here is a bedroom, and then I'll just extend this back a tile maybe, or maybe not. We'll just leave that. This is like a hallway kind of area, and then this will be the kitchen. Something kind of a simple shape like this. I feel like, sometimes simple is best, especially for a house like this. And I'm going to bring it kind of close to the front so they have a bit more of a backyard. I'm going to lift this up on the foundation like that much maybe we need to pull it back a little bit. Maybe it's a little too close now. Then I had a little like idea here where I could do like a little front porch, but then right here could be like a little bit of like a, I'm not sure what you would call this necessarily, but just like kind of like a little planter kind of situation here. And then what we can do is add a roof and just do something like this. A very, very simple shape. I feel like this is really like synonymous with a lot of like 1950s, 1960s kind of styled homes. They're very like straightforward and simple, at least here in America they were. But we're going to modernize it. It's definitely going to be a home that is a bit more up to date. All right, now that we've got that, I do want to go ahead and get some columns placed down. However, these are not going to be like normal columns. These are actually ones that you find in Live Edit. I've used these quite a bit in my base game builds, but let me get some better lighting. This lighting on this lot is just tragic. But it's this right here. It's a little fence post. It'll just say like iron 01 post set 2. But if you enlarge it a couple times, it is a nice, like, simple looking little post. And I can use that on this house. Wow, the lighting on this lot, y'all, is tragic. But you can kind of see something like that. And we can place that on the corners. It isn't like perfect. You can see there's a tiny little gap, right there. You can see a little gap. But we'll be able to fill that in with this roof trim right here. That kind of helps a little bit. It leaves still a tiny bit of gap, but nothing crazy. If you have Better Build By, you can just click the wall sculptures item, and then that's going to be where you find it. You can place that on the corners, but you need to use move objects to just kind of pull it out like that. It's not going to be perfect, but just don't look too closely, I guess. I really like building simple homes like this. They're just so fun because at the end of the day, the simpler the home, the more details you can add to it. At least that's my opinion. But there's the main kind of shape of the house. I thought also today, instead of just using, traditional windows and whatever, we're going to use glass walls for the windows. I thought that was going to be really fun because if I do something like that, it just looks so nice and clean and modern. And we'll do that for pretty much all the rooms throughout the house. We'll do something like that there. The kitchen will have some windows like over here, but we'll do like a glass wall section there. We'll do a section for this bedroom and then this bedroom here, and then maybe like two like that. Something like that perhaps. And then maybe we can do like another one on this side just to give them even more light. As for this little bathroom here, I'll probably just wind up using maybe like this window here from the base game. I don't know why I said from the base game. Everything is base game in this. I'm also thinking now that I'm looking, this hallway area is so big. So I think I will enlarge this bedroom and this bedroom as well. It just seems a little bit too big. In fact, why don't we like make this bedroom even bigger? I don't know. I feel like making the hallway the same size as one of the bedrooms is a little bit tragic. So, we'll do that instead. I know this leaves like only that much for a door, but it's fine. I'm not worried about that. Something I did want to experiment with is using this in those window bits as well. This is probably something that's going to take me a few minutes, but putting them like that, kind of creating like a little bit of a external little trim, that looks actually really good. I really like that. We could also just use a literal column, but we don't really have like a plain column in this game, in the base game at least. Like this is probably the closest we have, and it is a plain column. It does do the job, but it's just so thick, and it also has the base. So we want something that's like straight up and down, simple. So yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, place these down. Why did I do this to myself? What is wrong with me? But you know what? I'm just gonna tell you what, I'm gonna go through, place them down, and then reposition them all at the same time. And I shall meet back with you in a moment, I guess. I don't know. All right. Something kind of like that. Was it a bit excessive? Yes. But do I think that that looks so nice and clean? I also wanted to try something else before we move on to like the wallpapers and stuff. What about something like this? I kind of like that too. That adds like a nice little bit of detailing out front. So I'm going to put some stairs down here. We are going to be using a little bit of green accents today, but nothing too crazy. The foundation is going to be, I think, this one. I'm trying to use some different stuff in today's build, just because we're in Oasis Springs, and I feel like Oasis Springs, when it comes to the base game, is a nice place to experiment with. Put down some matching flooring there, and then I don't know what kind of front door I want to use. This one could probably work quite well, but the problem is that the bathroom is right here, so it has to be a door either right in the middle or slightly off center right here, which honestly probably wouldn't look so bad. We can kind of offset the asymmetry a little bit with maybe a plant or something. There is this door from the base game that looks kind of good. It fits that mid-century vibe also, but I don't know. I'm not really sure about the color of the door. I don't know. That kind of works. It kind of does something for me. All right. And then I would like to go in with maybe some brick. Actually, no. We'll use some siding. We'll just use this kind of standard. Oh, well, I have to place down the siding very carefully just because the glass walls are really interesting because they are both indoor and outdoor wallpaper. So, which, I mean, hey, if you're looking to furnish a starter home, maybe using the wallpaper, like the glass walls, as windows is probably a good way to like save some simoleons. I think I also want to put in some of this white brick right here, just as like a little bit of extra detail perhaps. I kind of do like that. So on this front porch here, I want to draw a wall here, I think, and then I'm going to use the spandreling here. That way I can separate the room, but also build a little ceiling for it. Same with this room here. Ooh, I definitely want to add that to this as well. That looks really good. Adds a little extra trim there. Okay, so what's next? I did a mock-up yesterday, and I'm just kind of taking a glance at it. I think I just want to use this plain, like modern fencing from the base game. I don't know why I'm saying from the base game. You know what I mean, though. That's looking cute. We can put some of this dirt here because I want this to be like a planter situation. I'm not sure what plants I'll put in there yet, but it's coming along. It's getting somewhere. The trim, I want it to be like this very clean white trim. There's like this white. You can see like a subtle difference to it, and I want the really bright white one, and then I want like a greenish roof. Either that one or maybe this one. Ooh, I like that one a lot. Okay, and then out back, this is the kitchen, and that's going to be where the back door is to the kitchen. So I think I'm going to use the sliding door, this one right here, and I'll add a little back porch here as well. We'll probably just do like that size possibly. It doesn't even need to be that big. So for the awning, I want to use this, but I want to size it up one tile because it fills like this area in kind of perfectly. If you're not hitting F5 on your keyboard when you're using move objects, what are you doing? You definitely should use it. But then I can use this trim along with it And look, it looks really good. It looks like it's a proper little pergola situation, which I really like. And then we'll go in instead of, normal columns. We're going to use my favorites. We're going to use these, put these on either side. That is the trick when it comes to building with the base game, is you really got to utilize everything that it has to offer, because otherwise it'll get boring. I think I'm going to use some half wall on maybe like this side here, and then I will place down like a fence like this. I don't know if I want to use this one or if I want to use something a little different. I feel like this one's way too like nice for this kind of house. This doesn't give this kind of simple suburban style. I could also do a glass one, which I think is pretty, but I think that just looks way too modern. This one's kind of fun. I never use this one either. Let's see, you know what? Let's see. Let's give it a shot. I quite like that actually. And just the simple white kind of works for me. Yeah, we'll give it a go. It's always good to use something different. It's a nice little design. And then the stairs for outside will go here. I'm just going to use, actually, we're just going to use these plain ones. And then I'm going to probably do some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of concrete kind of situation for back here. Something really bright and clean, I think. Do I want to use this back here, or do I want to, actually I kind of do like it, but I'm not sure though. I don't know, I'm not sure. Ooh, I like this. I don't really use stuff like this very much in this game, just because of the way that it's placed down. It's kind of like hard to like get it centered right, but I think it looks good here. Out front, I think I just want to use some terrain paint. Probably just this gravel here. Maybe a brighter gravel. Ooh, I kind of like this for out back. That's very nice. I like how it stands out, so we'll just use that instead. All right. It's funny how I'm building in Oasis Springs right now, and it is snowing like crazy outside right now. It's been snowing like all morning. It's kind of wild. Okay, I like that kind of setup. I like the front. I kind of like how there's like little to no landscaping going on already. I might add like a couple trees or something, but I'm kind of into it. Ooh, this trim right here on this half wall needs to be white. There we go. That looks good. So I think one thing I want to do is I want to pick out all of the like indoor doors and like wallpapers and stuff before we start like landscaping and furnishing and stuff. Just put down some of these simple saucer lights for now. We may change them out. We may keep them. I don't know. All right. And then let's find some doors here. For right here into the hallway, I of course want to use like an archway. I think I'm just going to use this plain one. And I guess I can use the same one here. Maybe we can just do something like this. I kind of like that. I don't know if that works or if that's silly. Actually, no, we need to do it like this. And then I'll turn around and use that same door that goes with that archway, because there is like a plain version like that. That looks good. And then we'll put one here. Actually, no. Whenever I place down doors, I recommend either finding it to where it'll place like this, or if you have to place it right against the wall, which is normal, by the way, make sure that it opens towards this wall here instead of like this way. It just feels awkward. You have to like open the door all the way. I know that's just real life design, I guess, but to me, it's just a tiny little bit of detail that I like to pay attention to in the game. I'm not really sure what kind of flooring I want to use. I would like it to be something that is really like light. Like I kind of like this flooring for this house, or something like this one, honestly. It looks really good. Actually, I think this one will work, at least for the main floors. I do think since this is mid-century, I kind of want to include some carpet. I feel like using this like clean white carpet is nice, but it's almost too nice. I wish it was like a little bit warmer, but a clean white carpet looks so good in these rooms, I think. But we could also use something a bit more experimental. I wanted to use this one earlier. I think that looks really fun and quirky. And then maybe for this room, we can use something like maybe this animal print. I don't know what you would call this one, but like maybe the white version or something. I don't know. We'll probably make changes to the wallpapers and floors for the bedrooms once we actually get there. Place this flooring in here. And then as for the kitchen, I think a nice like clean like bright looking tiling would look really nice. Ooh, I kind of like the blue. I don't know, that's kind of fun, but we'll just stick with the white for now. We'll use this tiling in the bathroom. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so let's pick out the wallpapers. Honestly, I know this is so out of character of me, but I kind of want to do just like a clean white. It looks so nice and fresh. Ooh, and I kind of want to use this pretty in plastic for the bathroom. I don't know. I'm just trying to use some different stuff because I actually recently recorded a members only video, which I'm still working on, so it's not out yet, but I was just going on the gallery and just kind of looking at the popular houses that I was seeing and taking notes, essentially. I was just being like, how do people do it? Like, how do they build with just the base game? It's kind of hard, honestly. After a while, it can get really like repetitive if you use the same things over and over. So this is a good opportunity to use some different stuff, but I think I'm going to pick out the wallpapers for the bedrooms whenever I go to furnish them because I'm just like, I'm probably going to change it anyway. All right, let's focus on the exterior. So first and foremost, I do want to add in some more little flower beds out front, something like this with just like the low, like little smooth keeper fence. Something like that. And then I really like using this dirt tile here. It just looks really good whenever you're in the desert because, you know, this is probably a lot of turf that's been put down. So they got to put the dirt in too. All right. And I really like these bushes. These look really pretty. Like something like that, maybe like just kind of throughout. And ooh, these like really pretty orangey flowers fit really nicely too. Ooh, I like that. And then in this little thing, I think I just wanted to use like that one shrub, not shrub, but hedge that has lights on it. I just thought that looked really cute. And it fits there honestly so perfectly. You can just barely see it, but it's such a nice little bit of detailing there. I could also put this here, but I just feel like that's not very realistic for a base game only house in the desert. You know what I mean? You know what? I think that's all that I want to do landscaping wise. I don't know. We need something vertical. I kind of should probably find like maybe like a couple trees or something. Like I could just do a palm tree, but that's like silly. Oh, wait, we have these like smaller palms. Oh, there we go. We'll just put that on either side here. Oh, this one's really big. We want the smaller one for sure. That looks super nice. In fact, we may be able to just do something like this where it's like kind of on the edge here. Yeah, that's looking good. All right. That's pretty plain and simple, but I think it works quite nice for out here. Out back, I wasn't really sure. Ooh. First and foremost, I need to finish this little wall here and then place down the trim as well. But what do I want to do around this? I feel like putting anything would be too much because there is quite a bit of like landscaping here for the decor. So I'm like, do I really want to put anything out here? I don't know. I mean, we could put hedges, but then again, that seems a little excessive. Thinking, what if we like trim this back a little bit, right? We take the fence and then what we can do is kind of build another little flower bed back here. Or hey, we could do this where we put it here and then this can be where a fence gate goes. That kind of works with that. Yeah, that looks nice. Ooh, if we do it there, then maybe we can do like a tree here. I don't know. I feel like putting a tree there might be too much, but we'll put another one of these back here. Maybe we'll put this taller one here and then we'll just go in with this, you know, little fern here. We'll do the same thing as we did out front essentially. And then we'll just place this down just like so. I like that. It's a very simple and clean bit of landscaping, but I think that's kind of how you have to do it in Oasis Springs. Maybe we can even just take this terrain paint once again and just fill this little area in like it's like the back little entrance. And then maybe we can do like this kind of situation. Ooh, I don't know. I'm just kind of experimenting, y'all. I'm not really like trying to do anything too, you know, interesting. I'm just like, you know, intuitively feeling the build. You know, we'll put their trash can out here. Maybe we can put like a little light just like on the ground or something, just something like that. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and put some lights for the front and the back here too. I am actually really liking the simplicity. Should we put something here? I feel like when you're in the desert, and this is just something I've learned, is that when you're building desert homes, you want to not put like a heavy amount of landscaping like near the house, just because, wildfires and stuff like that. So yeah. But I think that's a nice little setup here. Let's just actually, you know what? I don't normally do it this way, but let's just furnish the backyard. We'll get that out of the way. So I'm thinking right here will be a little kind of dining area. And I think I'm just going to use this simple table and chair. Is there a swatch where the table is white and then the umbrella is blue? That would be nice. That's actually also pretty nice too. I like the wood standing out there. And maybe we can just do some chairs like so. That looks nice, but I honestly want it to feel a little bit more bright. I like the idea of it being all white. And then isn't there a chair that would look really good? This one right here. I'm thinking this one. Ooh, this one looks so nice. I love that. Let's see. Maybe there's one that matches it a little bit better. That looks kind of good. Ooh, I like this dark wood. Oh, I don't know though. I don't know if that matches the rest of the house. Actually, you know what? I like it. And then I'm thinking, let's move it forward a little bit. And then this little spot here can just be where the grill goes. We'll just use this one right here. Yeah, we'll just do the white one. And I actually saw a few things in some builds on the gallery. So this isn't really one specific creator has done this, but it's this little carefree succulent, which didn't realize that was a succulent. But you take it and if you enlarge it twice, first of all, it does look kind of weird right now, but you can put plants in this and kind of cover it up. I actually saw someone use a tree like this one and they shrunk it way down. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to use this lavender bush. I know. It is, it's come on. You're using lavender in another build. I know, y'all. But doesn't that look so nice? I love that. And there's a little bit of purple and it kind of accents this. And look at that, lavender. So it makes sense. And maybe we can put some lights out here too. Maybe it's fun to build a backyard whenever you haven't just decorated the whole house. I don't know. All of my creative energy is still here. So I'm really not liking this. I don't like the colors. It doesn't match the vibe. Oh, there is a white and blue swatch. Okay, that's perfect. And I think we'll just use this swatch along with that. Keep some of that warm wood tone in there, but still nice and bright and clean. There is a little bit of a nook here. I guess what I'll do is put a few planter pots here, just because I'm what else can I put here? That's a nice little touch, I think. We'll just put a little row of them just like this so that they have a little place to maybe grow some stuff. Looking nice. Ooh, and a detail that I want to add. I never remember this. A little, what do you call this? A garden hose, little hose pipe there. And then I don't know what else, to be honest. I feel like that's it for the here. And then we need to add some more decor on the back porch here. Probably just more plants, let's be honest. Maybe some of these really hardy plants. Maybe they can handle the sun really well. I do like this plant a lot. I'm going to use it inside, but I want the exterior ones to be just nice and clean and simple. Maybe we'll put one on either side of the door here. That looks nice. We can put a rug right here too. Should we just do brown? I kind of like just the brown. I don't know. Maybe I don't like these. They're just really plain. You know me, I don't like that. So we'll add some of these potted plants here with the terracotta. There's actually so many of these. So I can maybe just put a couple here and there. Actually, let's do this. We'll put this one over here, put this one right here. And we can also use this one again and just place it like so. Maybe we can put this one here too. I feel like if I put this one here, I need the tall one over here, a medium one here, and then a small one. Something kind of like this and then this. No. What is that doing? Stop it. We'll put one like this and we'll just do one like this. I guess I just do doing groups of 3 when it comes to decor. Do a taller one, a slightly shorter, and then a really short. That's kind of cute, I guess. I feel like this looks so boring. It just being white. Ooh, what if we did terracotta? Oh, that would be so nice for the kitchen. Oh, yes. It's a desert home after all. We got to use terracotta here. Okay, this changes everything. Not everything, that's dramatic, but it does change quite a bit. Ooh, that works really nicely with that. That's cool. Would it work in here too? Oh my goodness. Oh, oops. I forgot there was windows there. That looks so nice though. Nice and clean and fresh. I do think I want to put a window right here though for above the cabinets there. Now that I'm looking at all that, this flooring is just not speaking to me. I'm just trying to think like what kind of flooring would go in a desert. I mean, this is really nice. It's really reddish. I don't normally go with that, but it's kind of speaking to me today. It works with the terracotta. I think I'm going to use it. And this is bugging me. I know it's going to bug y'all, which rightfully so. Rightfully so. All right. Yeah, that looks much better. We'll shrink this one down. I know. I think the exterior is looking pretty good and simple. I just feel like there needs to be more on this back porch. Maybe we should add some chairs. Oh, like these. These are perfect. We can just put one on either side. I know there's stairs right here, but like whatever. That looks nice. And how about we add some little throw pillows on it too? Because that way it gives them some like a little pop of color or something like that. Of course, we're going to be using this one that came with the update some time ago. It's just so nice. It's just so pretty. Like, oh my goodness. Let's see. What kind of swatch should we use? That looks really fun, actually. Oh, what a game changer that is. Okay. Looking good. I think now that I've kind of picked out everything for the exterior, I know it's going to be, where it is. I think I would like to probably just go in with a little bit of terrain paint. Maybe use like this kind of like deserty sand color and then just kind of go in very lightly and just kind of like add some texture to the grass here, make it look a little less like perfect. Because realistically, this wouldn't be all like pristine and green and perfect all the time. All right, let me turn this to night. And we can decorate the front porch too. I had a really fun idea earlier and I want to experiment with it and see, but let me just put some of these like lights like kind of sort of symmetrically. We'll just put some like here and then one here in the middle. That looks good. Let's decorate this front. I wanted to use this rug that is a fireplace surround because like this colorway looks really fun for out here. Ooh, I like that. It's seamless too. And I'm going to do the same little plant trick that I used out back for right here. I'll put that there. And then let me find, I was going to use lavender, but let's at least look and see. Maybe we can use something like this. I like it, but it's a little bit too bright for me. I always really like using the live edit version where it's like a dark one like this one. Is it perfect? No, but if we kind of move it forward a little bit, and heck, we can even go in and maybe layer it, do two of them like so. It kind of covers it up a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of cute. It's kind of a vibe. Can we put a rug on top of these fireplace surrounds? I'm not sure, because if we can, oh, hey, it does work. I kind of want it to be like not brown though. I kind of like the idea of it being like a green or just a slight beige. What do we think of that? I think it looks kind of cute. Ooh, how about we throw in like one of these like little suns? It's kind of cute. Yeah, I think this is a nice setup that we've got going on here. It's looking fresh. Maybe we should go in and add some of these like little vents on either side. I feel like that would be a nice little bit of detailing that, I always kind of forget about. And then we can go in with maybe this little vent here somewhere. We can just do maybe like 2 here or something. I like that. That adds in a nice bit of realism. Right. I think that is a good place to kind of move on to furnishing the interior. All right. So for the living room, I actually wanted to use this. I know. I openly dislike this set of like couch, love seat, chair combo, but I wanted to try and use some different things in this build. And so I was like, okay, what if I used this like light beigey color that's nice and light and clean and fresh looking? Maybe that does something for us. Let's see. I am not loving the positioning of this. I feel like that's like too far this way, and let's move it over a little bit then. Something like that looks good. And for the fireplace, should I go with just this basic one? I don't know. It looks good. I do need to make sure to add in this fireplace surround though if I do add any of these. Actually, it kind of looks good if I do like the whole wall like that. But I'm just having a hard time with this flooring now, but let's just see if we can lighten it up in here. We'll use this rug from that update. Yeah, the flooring is just kind of a little bit I'm not sure about it. Okay, I have some ideas. I did a little bit of Googling, a little bit of Pinteresting, if you will. And I definitely like this one a lot because there's a lot of like nuance in the coloring of it. It's just got some nice detailing. It works with the overall vibes, but instead of using this like cream kind of color, which is boring, I think I'm gonna go with like a yellow or an orange, maybe even this green, which looks really nice. Because think about that, green and orange. I mean, come on, that's so mid-century. We can also look at the swatches on this rug and kind of maybe pull some colors from that too. But then again, there's something about that plain swatch that looks really nice. Ooh, why do I kind of like that? I don't know. There's something about that that I like. Okay, I weirdly like this combination. I don't normally go with this, but hey, it's looking cute. And then we'll find some throw pillows here. Of course, we're going to use my favorite ones. I feel like that's what I just needed to do with these, like this couch and love seat combo, is just throw pillows, you know, something simple as that to add some detailing that really helps a lot. Actually, I'm thinking we're gonna go with the yellow and then maybe like an orange for the pillows, and then we'll just go with like maybe brown for the base pillows, I guess. What do we think of this kind of situation? I don't know, maybe using pillows on this side is a little bit strange. Yeah, it doesn't look very good because there's not like a backing, so maybe we just do it on the one side. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. And then maybe we can do like something like this over here. Do we want just the brown? I like that. That's a nice little combo. Now the wallpaper, I definitely want to add in some kind of like, ooh, something like this looks kind of fun for in here. Or if I can use this too. I don't love the colors of that. I could also just use siding if I wanted to, and it kind of works. I don't know if I want to keep that dark vibe though. I think the dark colors I was trying to avoid initially. I don't know, the more I look at this, the more I really like it. So maybe we'll just go with it. And I would like to add in maybe like a more of a natural kind of wallpaper for the rest of the room in here, kind of mute it down a little bit in here, and we'll go in with some curtains. I mean, honestly, out of everything, I kind of just want to go with the simple and classic curtains. Just like these. I don't know. Does that look good? Yikes. Do people just not put curtains in their houses? Like, I'm confused because I'm looking at all of these Pinterest images and there's like no curtains on any windows. I'm like, do y'all just literally have your windows open like always? Okay, that's weird. I mean, we could go with the same shade of green. I mean, is that excessive? Probably, but I'm kind of living for it. We can maybe put these just like kind of right here. I would really love it if we had some curtain rods in the base game. That would be great. So we'll just kind of maybe put these like kind of lining them up with the actual windows. Maybe we can find something though. Maybe there's like a shelf or something we can use, because there is this, you know, it doesn't like not work. Yeah, like you can't even see it when you're actually in the house if you do it that way. So maybe I should just like do that. I mean, that overall looks good, even if it's like not necessary. You know what? I'm just going to go with it. I think that looks kind of nice. And obviously they need a TV, which I kind of just want to use like this one from that Cozy Celebrations kit, but I think I'll just use this plain one, just like that. You know what? I am kind of here for it. It's cozy, okay? We can put like a plant right here. Then maybe we can put another chair here. We do have a matching chair. Whoop-de-doo, I guess. I don't know. It is kind of nice to be using some different stuff. Maybe we'll just use the brown, and then we'll go in with a couple of these cushions. I'll do two, but I'll shrink this one down once, and then I'll shrink this one down twice. So it's like a little itty bitty one. I think I want to do something like that. I never know what to do with these pillows on these chairs. I don't really know. Like, is that good? Is that what we want? I don't know. That's really fun. And I'm thinking right here, there needs to be a bookshelf. I'm also like not sure if I like this wallpaper that I use. It's called Martian Soil. I tried using it in the past and I just had a hard time with it. Maybe we'll use something like this. Oh, that's just too bright though. Maybe we should do a really fun like accent wall. That would be kind of fun. Let's see. What kind of color should go in here? I mean, I could go with green. Are y'all sick of me using green yet? I could also use like a lighter green or a deeper green. I don't like that. That's too cool toned. That mossy green kind of looks amazing, actually. I'm sorry to admit it. I think I'm gonna go with it. And then maybe we can just go in with this siding here again and keep it nice and warm. However, it makes the doors kind of look a little strange if I do that though. There is some wooden, ooh, actually the wood looks great. How does it look from the outside? It doesn't look good on the outside, which is a shame, but maybe I can ignore that. Maybe that's not really that big of a deal. I'll put a couple of these over here too. Actually, let's kind of like space them apart like this. Something kind of like that. That looks nice. And then I'm thinking like a bookshelf here. Let's see. Should I put it like right here in the middle? We could do like this color actually looks quite nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. And then maybe over here can be a really nice lamp. I mean, we could just go with this one. I use it not nearly enough, honestly. And then a little fun painting over here is kind of cute. I like the llamas a lot. It's got a little bit of a mid-century flair, so why not? I did want to add a fun light out here that I saw earlier that I was like, that would be kind of a fun little kind of moment. Something like this perhaps, or not here, but here. Yeah, put a couple like, just like this, kind of flip them around and do like one on either side. That way it kind of adds a little something there. That's kind of fun. Okay, and so let me find like a couple little decor items to place around. Maybe we'll just do like the usual, you know, we'll just put like a little stack of books here. We'll do like, you know, maybe this kind of colorway. I like to make them a little bit big to make them look like, you know, coffee table books. And then I do have, you know, I can put down some candles like in the middle there. That looks good. Maybe these shouldn't be too big. I feel like that takes up a lot of space. Do I want there to be like a nightstand? Not a nightstand, you know what I'm saying? Like an end table or something here. I mean, I feel like that doesn't look bad. I wish this came in like some wood tones. That would be really fun. Maybe this one. I feel like that looks kind of nice and we can do it in like a wood tone. That looks so cute. I could use that as a coffee table too, but it's a little too small for this space. We'll just do like this fun lamp here. Is that too low? I'm going to say no. I quite like that actually. All right. And then I want to pick out some lighting for in here. I want it to be some nice like warm lighting. So honestly, let's do this. Go full on green with it, you know? And then maybe we can just do like a saucer light here at the front entrance. I know, I can see this too. I'm gonna fix this. It's bothering me a little bit. There we go, much better. Do we want to put like another plant over here? Is that like a nice amount of decor? I think it is. And maybe for the entrance, we can do like a nice like little entry kind of table situation. Maybe something like this. You know, weirdly enough, I'm thinking this and the orange would be really fun, or maybe the yellow, or maybe just the brown. The brown's kind of fun. I never use it either, so why not? And then let's just find something that suits this space. Maybe this picture. This one's kind of nice. Do like a plant, some kind of candle situation, or a lamp. I mean, I would hate to use this one again because it is already used in this room, but like, come on. Doesn't that look so freaking nice? I feel like it needs to be like all the way on the side though. I don't know. I'm not the best at figuring out like where this stuff goes. It looks nice. I don't know. Should we put something else on the middle, or does that look kind of like it should be enough? I think it is. We'll do like a little brown rug here for the entrance. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's a little cozy, but it's cute. And then I'll go in with some kind of like wall light situation. Maybe this sconce here and a sconce here. Living room is done. It's a lot cozier than I expected, but I am not mad about that. All right, for this kitchen space, we should definitely just look at this counter and see if there's a swatch that speaks to us, speaks to me at least. I mean, that one is really nice. I didn't really want to use all dark wood tones in this house, but it's starting to be that way. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and place that down. I think with the terracotta though, it looks really good. And then let's see, maybe we can do the refrigerator with like this swatch here. I feel like putting it there is a little bit like kind of abrupt. So maybe I'll get rid of this, move this over to there. Ooh, and then we can put this on this wall, and then maybe a plant here in the corner. Maybe just this one. That looks nice. Or do we want to use something a little different? Maybe this one. I don't really use it as much. That looks a little bit better. And then over here, we can then fill this area in with some like cabinetry and stuff. I'll definitely go in and add a lot more lighting because it's looking kind of dark. I feel like this wood tone is like a little too dark for my taste. Yeah, I want to use this slightly lighter version. Does it come in a swatch wish that has like this color of handle. It does not. That is disappointing. Oh gosh. Well, I guess we'll just have to go with that because I wanted a white countertop, but I think the black looks kind of nice too. And then I'll just fill this in the rest of the way. Gosh, these cabinets, y'all, they're just so perfect. I love these cabinets from the base game. Do we want to add more color to the walls? Because I feel like this is really cool. I like the way that it kind of works with the terracotta, but the white is very plain. There is this, but it doesn't work nearly as well. Maybe I should just put like a backsplash on this wall and that's it. What do we think of this combination? I'm not opposed to it, but I don't love it. I kind of like this color. I mean, we could just go with green. I know I just used this in a build, y'all, but like, can you look at it for a second and just tell me that that isn't a good combination? What can I say? It looks really nice. And you know what? I'm just going to use it. Okay. We'll put the sink here and we'll put the stove right here. Ooh, I like that combo. And maybe we should include a dishwasher too. Why not? You always should have a dishwasher. You should have a dishwasher if you can. Maybe I can put a wall here. I don't really like that. That is bothering me, how you can see it on the side. That's a real issue for me, to be honest. So I'm thinking we can just go in maybe with a little half wall. That actually looks good. I'm here for that. Maybe we'll just use the same tiling. Actually, I think that looks so fun. I'm really, really here for it. I'll just use like something like that there. Okay. Do we want to put an island here? I don't know. I'm going to figure out the dining situation before I move on to that. Because we could just use like a small dining table, but there is going to be at least 4 Sims here. So I want there to be like enough space for a table with 4. We could do maybe this table here. You know, maybe I should use something different. I always use the same things in this game. Whenever I'm doing like base game builds, at least. Oh, this chair though is so good. It looks so nice. Actually, I really like that because it doesn't take up a whole lot of space either. I really want to change the color of the wall in here. This yellow is so nice compared to this. Oh my goodness. I mean, listen, I was going with a mid-century modern vibe and I think I'm going for it. So do I want to add some more counters like right here and here maybe? Or do I want to do just like a little kind of moment here with the counters? Actually, I'm kind of here for that because then I can go in and maybe make like a little coffee section. That's kind of nice. Little coffee bar. Maybe I just really want this in real life. That's why I keep using like placing these down. Ooh, that's nice. Maybe over here we can either do like a bookshelf or a really fun plant. I mean, this plant kind of begs to be placed there. That's really fun. Then we can put the trash can over here. I didn't forget the trash cans. Look at me. I didn't forget the trash can, indoor or outdoor. And I also remembered a mailbox. Look at me. I'm going to forget something else in this build. I guarantee it. But I'm liking the vibes. Okay. It feels good in here. And then for a rug for like in front of the like, you know, this little area, this little vicinity, I don't know what I want to use. Probably just this brown one. Keep it nice and plain, simple. I do want to go in and add some lights just underneath the cabinets. This is just a really easy way to add in some extra lighting into your kitchens. We like to see what we place down in our kitchens, okay? So, should we replace this? I think we should. And then I'll go in with a range hood. I kind of like that chocolatey brown. That just has a nice vibe. And then we'll just add a few decor items, you know, paper towel. We'll do the utensil holder there. We should put the phone somewhere in here. That's very much so a retro vibe. But we'll put it like, I don't know, right here. Put like a little thingy of bottles, maybe right there. That looks kind of nice. Let's see. I do want some like little hand soapy things. We'll do the red. That's kind of nice. Is there any like debug items? Debug. I don't know. However you want to say it. I have a thick Appalachian accent, so apparently I do. I don't know. But maybe we can pretend that this is like a proper little sponge here. Let's see. We'll place it like this. That don't look right at all. It's like clipping in. We put it like right here maybe. Oh god, that's just floating now. Oh, hold the phone. I know exactly what I need to do. Get out the handy dandy little shelf here from OMSP. The OMSP shelf by Picture and Me Bay. Do something like that, right? Place this here, move it out, get rid of the shelf, put it back. Oh wait, it's not what I wanted to do. we'll do this, and then we'll get rid of the shelf and do this. It's like a little Easter egg. You're like, oh, look, a sponge. That's fun, I guess. Let's see. Is there any other little items that can work in here? I definitely want to put in these light switches throughout the house. I'm really liking this feeling. It's so good. Ooh, we do need the like mug rack. Is that what you call it? Ooh, and yeah, we can put like the little cake stand somewhere, maybe like right here. That looks nice. Little holiday fruit cake too if we want to. Oh, the little bowl of snacks. We'll put that on the table here. That looks nice. I'm looking for the mug rack though. This thing. That's perfect for right here. We'll put this here. This there. Yeah, we'll do the orangey one. I am liking it so far. As for the rug, should we just go with a nice like light greenish color? I feel like that's a little too not green. I don't know how you should say that. I don't know. Again, I clearly need more coffee, don't I? Maybe we'll just use like a brown rug. I don't know. When in doubt, go with brown. All right, and then let's find some lighting for in here. I think a fun like light like this would go well above the dining space. Maybe something like this for like here because it's a little bit bright. It's still so dark in this kitchen though, so I am going to add in some of these lights just like in a couple spots. There we go. Looking good. Part of me wants to take the trash can and put it over here since it's like more hidden over on this side. And then we can put the plant here because it's more in view. And then we do need to pick out some curtains or shades or something for in here. This is a 3 tile wide space. So it's most likely going to be some curtains, more custom ones. Do we like the orange? The orange, the yellow, and the green. That's such a magical combination, I think myself. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, I'm really obsessed with this house so far. I wasn't really sure if I was going to like the initial like design because the exterior is nice and clean and bright and modern, but then like you go inside and it's very like mid-century and colorful and fun. But like, to be honest, y'all, I'm really loving it. So I'm going to take a little break and then we will work on this side of the house. Okay, so I am making a small change once again. I am not really loving this like wallpaper here, this yellow. It's just a tad bit too bright for me. I would like a nice, warmer tone like that, but maybe something more like this perhaps. Yeah, that just feels a little less crazy and intense. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the bathroom. A very exciting room, I know. I think we'll put the shower situation like so. Keep it nice and simple. I think we'll just do maybe, I don't know, the plain swatch. Should we do a fun swatch? Should we do the black? Weirdly enough, I'm liking that. I don't know. It's just speaking to me today. What if we did like black plumbing? That seems a little bit like unorthodox, but at the same time, I don't know. This is a mid-century modern home. I feel like it would look nice. Unless we do this toilet, which matches the theme of the house so much. I feel like we could kind of pull that off, honestly. And then I'll put the sink right here. Should we do like one of these sinks or should we do like a proper counter? I feel like a proper counter would be better. I don't know. Should we do like the wood? Should we do like this? Maybe we should go with something entirely different like this. Actually, that looks really nice. If anything, I can take this. Isn't it weird how like certain items like counters will like go into the wall like a tiny little bit when you place them like that? So I'm going to like pull it out from the wall a little bit and then push this back in. Just something like that. I never know what to do for the sinks. I mean, we could just go with a black sink. Or do we want to go with like, I wish this sink came in an avocado, Not gonna lie. I've been watching The Nanny just randomly. I don't know why I just randomly remembered this, but I'm gonna do this instead. But I've been watching The Nanny recently and it was like an episode where Fran is like, dealing with the possibility that her mother's moving to Florida, to Boca. And I like this combo. And it's so funny because like there's a part where she's like picking out appliances and stuff in the very beginning or whatever. And she's like calling them and being like, does this come in an avocado? And it's just, I don't know. It was just so funny to me. That is definitely a comfort show of mine is the nanny. A typical gay as I am, I guess. I guess we're just doing orange and green for this space. That's just how it'd be like, I guess, when it comes to my builds. I'm not mad at it though. You know what? For a base game house, I think it's coming out pretty nice. Let's see. I'll put maybe like a little thing of towels right here too. We'll do the black. Let's say maybe I keep wanting to say this is an apron. I swear, y'all, I don't know what is wrong with me. We'll put maybe like a towel rack right here or something. I don't really know if I love this bathroom, but like it's fun. We can put the robe maybe right here, towel there. In fact, we'll do like a double towel situation, just like so. You know what? I like it. It looks cute. It's a bathroom for the base game. So moving on. And then this little room right here, I think I want to, do I want to bring in this like wall paneling in here? Because I am going to change the colors of the doors to this wood tone. Do I want to do maybe this one instead? I feel like that would look really nice just because it's a plain door and I feel like that works really well with modern spaces. We'll do this light here. I think that looks cute. Should we do another rug? Yes, a round rug right here in the middle. I'm thinking the orange. The orange is very fun. And ooh, we'll do this light here. Oh, that's such a fun light. And I guess, can we fit a bookshelf in here? Maybe something like this. That actually doesn't look so bad. We'll do that rich, warm color there. And then maybe a plant in this little corner here. I guess we'll just put this plant there. That looks nice. Okay, it's a hallway. It's fine. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll move on to the main bedroom here. I wanted to use kind of an ugly bed, but I'm trying to open my eyes up a little bit. It's the base game. We only have so many. I think I'm just going to go with maybe this one. Ooh, I do kind of like the stripey one. I wish we had this bedding, but with like a simple bed frame. That would be really nice. And I think for the side tables, I'm hoping that this is functional, by the way. I kind of want to use these cabinets. Maybe these. I don't know. Do these match? I don't think these match as much. Actually, this looks pretty good. But I was thinking maybe doing like these like lower cabinets, like these small ones, and do something like this perhaps. I don't know if I like those. I just want to do like a built-in kind of situation. So like maybe this is probably our best bet just because I want to do like this and then like a tall one here. I don't know. Do I like that? I feel like this is a very tight little squeeze here. So maybe not that, but I do like those as like little side tables. And I have a mod, which I think I have it linked in the description, but I definitely recommend it. You can put items on top of cabinets. It's by Brazen Lotus. It's a fantastic mod. It doesn't mark anything with having like custom content or anything like that either. So very useful indeed. I feel like that looks pretty decent. And then we'll go in with some clutter for the bedside, some tissues here, maybe some little books, or maybe this little like notebook here. We can shrink it down to make it look like a smaller book, I think. Something like that looks kind of nice. We'll put some mirrors above each side here, I think. I think I'll do it in this like brown color here. Do we want to put some art? I mean, what kind of question is that? This art especially is so stinking pretty. And then we do need to figure out some kind of like, I guess you could say like wardrobe situation. There's not like a ton of choices in the base game, of course. Ooh, I kind of have like this one speaking to me today. That looks nice. And I'm thinking maybe here we can do like another like little maybe accent table or something. Maybe this one. Or do we want to do like a matching one like this? I don't hate that actually. I know this isn't centered with a TV, which is probably a little annoying, but a TV in here would look nice. I think it has to be lined up though for it to look good. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Does that look okay? I mean, if anything, we can just take this and like just redo that. Actually, that does look nice. I'm more happy with that anyways. And then we can find some nice curtains. Oh, we're not done yet. What am I doing? That looks so much better. I like that. And then we will go in with a nice rug, of course. What kind of rug suits this area? I mean, this one is perfect in every way, honestly. I wish I had the tool mod installed. I can make it a little bit bigger. That's one thing I wish that they could do with the Sims 4 is that just some minor tweaks to the game itself. Like when we size up objects, instead of it going like 2 times the size, make it just like 1.5 or even smaller. Just some more precision with that would be really nice. I think I'll do maybe this like small mirror there. I don't know what to do for wallpaper. I guess for in here, I can do like maybe like the like siding there, maybe even on this wall too. But then the rest of this room, maybe we can just go with like a soft kind of color like this, maybe this one instead. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. I like that. I wish it was just a tiny bit warmer. Oh, I like this brown. That's nice and cozy. Lots of shades of brown in here, but you know me. I love nice, neutral, warm, woodsy tones. And we'll just put some clutter in here, you know, the usual for a bedroom. We can even put some of this nail polish here on the bedside. Love using these as bedside tables. They're so cute. And then we can put maybe like some cologne bottles over here. And you know what? Let's put a nice lamp. Some kind of light. It could be this one, but I don't want to be too matchy-matchy. Maybe some candles. Yeah, just some nice candles for in here. That looks good. I think I'm going to use this light for in here. And then we do need to find something for this corner here. Oh, we need like a full-length mirror. I think that would look nice. Maybe we can use this one here. I don't know. This set is giving mid-century a little bit. And then for the curtains, that's going to be tricky. I'm not sure. I could just use like more of like these plain ones. I kind of like these too. They're blocking all of the light. So I guess I can do like something kind of like this. I'm not sure if I love that, to be honest. Maybe I would just do these instead. I just wish we had like a brown curtain that wasn't like two-toned like this. It just kind of looks weird to me. Let me just place these up on the wall right there. And then I'll grab this shelf that I used earlier. I'm basically just using the shelf by lifting it up with the 9 key once. It doesn't really do much other than just maybe like hiding that like curtain rod a little bit, making it look a little bit more modernized in here. I'm not loving this situation as much as I thought I was going to. So what we're going to do is just do this and make it look like it's kind of just opened. That looks much better. Maybe we can put a little plant here too, just like right there. Something kind of like that perhaps. And then maybe just some like books and stuff over here. Yeah, just like a little stack of books, I think. Yeah, we'll do those. I wish that these like little essential like painting things here, I wish they had other like pictures in them. That would be really nice. So I'll just put them there just for the lack of any decor. Okay, I think that looks kind of nice. It's fairly minimal, but I am not mad about it. This house is proving to be a lot warmer and cozier than I thought it was going to be. I guess we can move on to this bedroom right here. This one's definitely going to be a bit more blue for sure, because I really wanted to use this carpet. But what kind of wallpaper do I want to use? I feel like this is fun. I use it a lot, but it's definitely fun. I think I'll put the bed right here maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, because I don't like putting furniture, like permanent furniture like that, in front of a window. It just feels really weird if I do that. So I'm wondering if I put the door here, which I know y'all are like probably going to be like, what are you doing? And I agree, but I'm going to put the door or the bed right here instead. And I wanted to use either this swatch, which looks really nice, or this one. I think I like the other one. It's nice and simple. And then we'll find a bedside table to go with it. Maybe just this black one looks good. It's where I have like 2 or 3 versions of bedrooms that I do for kids, I swear, in this game. Maybe we'll do this like little soccer lamp. That's cute. Maybe above that we can do a poster for like sports maybe. Let's see, do we have any? I know we have some. Yeah, it looks like we do have a little soccer poster also, which I think would fit perfectly. I want to find a color that looks good. That one looks nice. Yeah, I think of that one because the blue uniform. And there's also a football one right here. We'll do that there. Yeah, I think they're a little bit on the sportier side. Sure, we can do like a stack of like sports equipment here, which thankfully the different swatches are kind of cool because that's a bowling ball. And I'm like, what? We'll probably do maybe like this one because it's a basketball. Throw in some dirty clothes here at the end of the bed too. Why not? And then we'll do maybe this dresser here. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good match. I quite like that. And then we can put the desk right here. I think this is a nicely laid out room. And we'll do this one just to match the nightstand. And we'll give them, you know what, we'll give them a funky computer too. Why not? I want a blue chair. I think that one would be fun. Yeah, that's kind of cute, at least for the base game. And then we need like a little lamp here. We'll just keep it simple. We'll do this blue lamp too. That actually has a really nice combo. And let's see, probably just like maybe like a couple books here. Ooh, I definitely want to put some cologne bottles here too. I feel like this is a teen's room, or like maybe like a pre-teens room or something. We'll do this, team photo here perhaps. Put a stack of books on the floor because why not? And we got a matching pencil cup for the desk. That's cute. I definitely want like a corkboard or something, or like a bulletin board or something like that above the desk. Ooh, this would be really cute. I don't know if this fits the vibe of this sim. Oh, but that's adorable. I love that. A lot of cool tones in here, but I'm kind of here for it. And maybe we can sneak in a little TV in here. Like, yeah, we can put this one here. We'll do maybe like that swatch looks good. And then we can just do like a little TV like this one. There is a games console too. Don't want to forget that. Let's see. I'm going to use my move objects skills here, and we're gonna do this, something like that maybe. Yeah. And then we do need some art. We'll just do some more like posters and stuff, I think. Ooh, this is kind of fun. I like the pop of green there. We'll do like this, maybe the blue in this one, something like that maybe. I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a teen's room. I do want to add in this hamper somewhere. The question is where. I guess I can move this over a little bit, put this here, but that's just like no room. Maybe we'll just put it here, like in the middle. Ooh, yeah, we can put it like right here. We'll line this up. Do this maybe. I don't know. We're experimenting a little bit here. And then I'm just going to like do this, put this over here. Yeah, that feels right. We'll give them a robe too. Why not? Okay, I really, really like this bedroom. And then for a light in here, I would like something funky. I mean, we could do this like solar system light. I don't know. That's also kind of fun. I feel like I need one more like poster here or something. Oh, Henry Puffer. There you are. Anyways, oh yeah, we need a curtain in here too, which thankfully I'll just go with this curtain. Yeah, we'll just use this one. And then maybe we can even like layer it up like this. How does that look in here? That looks really cute. Okay, I'm obsessed with this bedroom. We have one room left and it's a smaller bedroom. I was contemplating between making that into an office or just making it into another kid's room. I feel like I would like to make it into an office. I don't know. I think that we do need an office for this house for sure. So we'll just use this same wood here. And I don't know. I want something kind of simple in here. Ooh, this really like rich brown is kind of a vibe. It's very dark and intense, but it's an office, so I can see it working. But I kind of want to experiment with this desk setup because in my research on the gallery, I saw a few people doing like the most with tables. Instead of using like a proper desk, they were using like these tables here, and they were like overlapping them and like mixing and matching them in the coolest way possible, like big brain energy. Like even something like this looks really good. I'm obsessed with this actually. And then they also were taking this like end table here and just moving it into like this like desk. That's not a very good like example of it because the colors aren't really matching. Oh, wait, they match now. It just looks so good. And then I can put another one like right here on this side and like look at that. It's like a custom little bit of furniture, and you have a lot more flexibility with where you can put the computer too. You can put it here, you can put it in the middle. I'm going to put it like right there in the middle, I think. How fun is that? And then I'm going to use maybe like this chair too. And then let's do this rug here in the lighter color. And then we can go over top of it with a brown. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Oops. Well, maybe we'll do the reverse. We'll shrink this one down. Oh my gosh. We'll put this one down first. Why do I gotta overcomplicate things? Something like that's cute. And then I'll use this like light right here. Oh my goodness. This is just such a fun little workspace. Let's see. What do I want to put in this corner? Do I want like a lamp? Do I want a big plant? Do I want some flowers? I need something that makes sense to be on a desk. At the very least, this is kind of nice. There is a good variety of swatches on it. This one in particular, yeah, that one is really speaking to me. Put it in the corner like so. And then we can also go in with maybe like, oh, the notebook can go like maybe like right here. Maybe they sit on this side more and they write things. And then let's see, we'll put in some of these over here perhaps. It's going to take a lot of move objects to, get things placed the way I want, but that's really cute. Ooh, yes. Maybe we can even layer in some of these books here. Let's see, I'll do the green, I guess. What else is new? And I'll just do something like this perhaps, and then put this like right next to it. It's a little tricky because of the table, but that's actually so cute. And then is there like any little like trinkets that would look cute? I mean, we already have like a bunny there. Ooh, that's like, oh wait, a dragon. The dragon right there is real cute. I say dragon, I know. I don't know why I say dragon. I know it's dragon, but I say dragon. I don't know what's wrong with me. We'll do the hand thingy there. I'm really liking this desk setup. Let's see, do a little bit of art here. Maybe just this little bit of butterflies, you know. I want something right here, but I'm not really seeing anything here. Maybe the little box of clutter would look cute. Actually, I like that a lot. Okay. I'm here for this. And for the windows, do I dare just go in with some of these? Wait, why do those look so good? If these came in a really nice brown, you know daggone well that would be all I use in this game. These are going to clip horrendously with all the different items in here. I know, but like, oh my goodness, it's so fun. I love this room. We should also throw in a few little like hobbies and stuff too. I definitely always like putting in one of these bonsai trees. It's just a nice bit of like color for in here. Should I put a bookshelf? I guess an easel is kind of a no-brainer, I guess, but ooh, we should definitely put a camera on this desk here. I guess I can just put like this bookshelf here. That looks kind of nice. And then I think maybe like here in the corner can be like a nice lamp maybe, or maybe we can just put the easel right here. Oh, hey, there we go. I do want to add some of these sconces that I didn't really add throughout the rest of the house. I'm just going to add a couple here and there just as needed for lighting, but also to fill in some empty spots. All right, and then I'm going to go in with this lot again, I think, and we're just going to put it in this little office, which this little office can be converted into a nursery or a bedroom if you need. But I do believe that is the house. Allow me to go ahead and give you a little tour. So here is the view from the front. I really, really like it. I feel like I could add something more in the front area, but just let me know in the comments what I should add. Maybe some flamingos or something like that, but I want it to be kind of nice. Here's a view of the backyard. Very, very simple. I get the feeling that this is like maybe like a middle-aged couple that owns this house, and they have like maybe like a preteen son or daughter, and you know, they're very businessy. They're very much so about their work. They're just kind of like the most typical, like stereotypical, like family that you can think of. But I don't know, maybe they have some secrets. Maybe they're magic. I don't know. Here is the living room. I was a little bit skeptical at first when I started furnishing this space, but now that I've come back to look at it, I am honestly obsessed. I love all of the warm, like the green and the orange and the browns. It's my color palette. What can I say? And then we have the dining area in the kitchen. Obsessed with the orange and green once again. It's not like a total copy from the other room though, which is something that I like. Here is the actual kitchen space on the other side. I really love it. It's just simple. It's functional. There's not a ton of clutter. It looks great. Here's one more view. I'm so sorry. I just really like this little coffee bar section. The only room I'm not like 100% on is this bathroom. Let me know in the comments how I should change this. I may go back in and do some different like plumbing and stuff. I'm not 100% sure on it, but once I upload it to the gallery, it'll be like the final version. Just let me know what I should do. Yeah, here is the little office space. I really quickly added some pictures and like a cork board and a few other things above the desk to make it look a little bit more functional. I will fix that hand. It's clipping into the curtain as well, I know, but I'm really a big fan of the little modular little desk space that I did. I'm definitely going to do this even in my regular like non-base game only builds. I think this is such a fun idea. Here is the main bedroom. I really love it. It's just simple, warm, cozy wood. It's great. And a few pops of green, because why not? Here's the teens' bedroom. I'm a big fan of it, honestly. It's kind of sporty. It's very like blue and cool toned in here. And it kind of contrasts against the rest of the house, but I'm a big fan of it. I like it. Here's a better view of the backyard as well. Just thought I'd give you a nice little view of this. I really like it. Seems like a nice little hangout space. Here is the floor plan. If you want to recreate this yourself, by all means. This is not necessarily like completely from my mind. I got some inspiration from a floor plan, but I tweaked it to my own liking. But yeah, that is pretty much it, I think. Alrighty, y'all. That is it for today's build. Down below, do let me know in the comments what kind of build I should do next, whether it's base game only, a renovation, what have you. I just want to say a huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so very much for your support. It is with your support I'm able to continue making content full time. If you would like to become a YouTube member, you'll get early access to my videos as well as access to members only content, and you'll see your name scrolling on the screen right now. But a massive thank you to everyone for watching. Don't forget to plant lavender for luck. Bye, y'all.